Seawater, a vast solution. Seawater covers over 70% of the surface area of the Earth. Seawater is a vast water solution containing 3.5% by mass of dissolved solid. The dissolved solid are different salts. The main one is common salt sodium chloride. Solute and solvent. A solute forms when one substance dissolves in another. The substance that dissolves is called the solute. The substance that does the dissolves is called the solvent. For example, salt plus water equal to salt solution, solute, solvent, solution. Water plus milk products equal to milk, solvent, solute, solution. Substances that dissolve in a solvent are said to be soluble in that solvent. Substances that do not dissolve in a solvent are insoluble in that solvent. The dilute solute contains a small amount of solute in a given volume of solution. A concentrate solution contains a large amount of solute in a given volume of solution. The concentration of the solute is the mass of a solute dissolved in a certain volume of the solution. The certain solution is a solution that has dissolved the most solute it can at a given temperature. Obtaining common salt from seawater. Decantation is a quite more method for separating a much denser solid filter pot from a liquid. For example, we can separate coarse sand from seawater by decantation. Filtration is another common method for separating an insoluble solid from a liquid. For example, we can separate mud from seawater by filtration. To separate mud from seawater, pour the mixture into the funnel fitted with a piece of filter paper. There are millions of tiny holes on the filter paper. The water particles and those of the dissolved salts can pass through these holes, but the mussel particles are too large to do so. The mud so remains on the filter paper is called residue. The seawater that passes through the filter paper is called the filtrate. Grassroot mixture of seawater and clay. Filter paper, residue, filter funnel, filtrate. Evaporation. The change of liquid to a gas vapor which occurs at a temperature below the boiling point is called evaporation. Evaporation dish, seawater, boiling water, well gas, tripod, Bunsen burner, fire pot mat. Evaporation dish, seawater, boiling water, well gas, tripod, Bunsen burner, fire pot mat. Evaporation of the liquid is effective if we want to obtain the solid, as in obtaining common salt from seawater. That's evaporation dish, seawater, boiling water, well gas, tripod, Bunsen burner, fire pot mat. Crystallization. Many solids exist as crystals. Any crystals have fixed shapes. Crystallization is the process of forming crystals it is another method of separating a solid from a solution. By cooling a hot concentrated solution, the solubility of most solids decrease as temperature decreases. When the concentrated solution is cold, it can coldness solute at the lower temperature, and some solutes saltiness out. Follow the steps below to obtain copper substrate crystals from a solution of copper substrate in water sulfate. Heat the solution of evaporation. Some of the water, it becomes more concentrated. Heat until the solution becomes saturated. Stop heating. Leave the saturated solution to cool. Crystals start to form in it as the temperature falls. Subtract the crystals from the remaining solution by filtration. Evaporation. This hot saturated solution cools down crystals. Slow evaporation of a solution at room temperature. We can also obtain crystals by evaporation a solution at room temperature. As the solvent evaporated, the remaining solution becomes more and more concentrated. It finally becomes saturated. Further evaporation makes the extracted solutes separate out as crystals. Finally, we can separate the crystals from the solution by filtration. Filter paper with holes on it. Cool solution. Solvent evaporation slowly at room temperature. Crystal grows in solution. Solute. Slow evaporation of a solution at room temperature. Both evaporation and crystallization can be used to obtain common salt from seawater. The common salt obtained by evaporation is impure, while the common salt obtained by crystallization is pure. Obtain pure water from seawater. Distillation. The change of a vapor to a liquid is called condensation. The process of evaporation a liquid and subsequently condensing the vapor is called distillation. Distillation equal to evaporation plus condensation. In an experimental setup for distillation, the apparatus which cools down the vapor into a liquid is called a condenser. The condenser consists of two tubes, one inside the other. When the seawater is heated, the water vapor escapes and passes through the inner tube of the condenser. The vapor is cooled by the cold water following around it. The water vapor condenses from liquid water. The pure water collected in the condenser flask is called the distillate. The method cooling water out, still heat distillation flask, emptying, pumping granules, tripod, heat, seawater, well gas. Condenser, an inner tube surrounded by a jacket of cold water. Colding water in, received adapter, corneal flask, pure water distillate.